Hey y'all, I'm late. Just a second and I'll be right there. I gotta fix something. Um, my mods are gonna hate me. Oh heavens, baby. Just a second. Let me tell my mods this. Um, there's probably gonna be some mean girls that are unblocked because I'm doing clips and I had to get their comments. But if they all come in here, just block them. I don't have no toleration tonight. Hi everybody. Thanks for being here. I'm gonna jump right into this. I hate not saying hi to everybody. I'll say hi to you as I go along. Um, but let's just start here with Heaven's Baby, because this right here is what I want to talk about. Heaven's Baby said, "If I give you a hug, will that remove the hate from your heart? Connie, life is too short to have all the hate. Come on, peace." I'm so glad you said that, Heaven's Baby, because that is exactly what I want to talk about. All this hate in my heart. Why can't you just get along and have peace? Join in all the fun, Constance. Why don't you just join in all the fun? Well, let me tell you, that would be the easy road. All y'all are free to do whatever the hell you want to do. Go where you want to do, chat where you want to chat, forgive who you want to forgive. Fine. It just makes me question. I don't know what the right word is, so I don't piss everybody off. But it makes me question. Y'all were right there with me not very long ago. Y'all were right there with me, agreeing that Nicolina was the cancer in this community. Most of you were. A whole bunch of you were. Heaven's Baby, you included. Has Nicolina turned over a new leaf and changed that warrants everybody to say, "Oh, okay, well, we'll forgive her"? Is that what happened? Heaven's Baby, I don't need a hug right now, okay? Just a second. Just a second. I got company. Just a second. Okay. You could block Raylan. Now we'll just get back to Heaven's Baby. Heaven's Baby, you were right there. Weren't you right there with us? Fighting the battle against Nicolina. And see, this is their new, it's hard to go into a chat and say, "Fuck you, bitch," But if you go into a chat and say, "We love you, you're our favorite, can we give you a hug? We just want peace. What's your problem?" That is psychological. That turns it back around to making Connie look like she's just a bitch. She don't want to have any fun. She don't want to have any peace. The bitch can't get along. Why don't she just, forget it all? Heaven's baby, would you like to come up here and explain to me what Nicolina has done to make you convinced that she's no longer the toxic fucking cancer that she is? Would you like a link, Heaven's baby? Now, either Nicolina has turned over this incredible leaf. She's had a come to Jesus moment. I remember her last come to Jesus moment in Rabbit's chat. Remember, Rabbit, you make me want to be such a better person. I don't like being like this. I think she's had another one since then, but I can't really quote it, so I won't say for sure, but I think she did. Every time the shit, gets a little deep, like now Shannon and them saying, "Nicolina, cut out the doxing." Nicolina's like, "Okay, I'll try. I'm going to really try to cut out the doxing." Okay. Yeah. Anybody believe that? Right. Love bombs are rapid every fucking where, everywhere. Not only the love bombs, but the super chats are flying. Hi guys, I hate missing saying hi. The super chats are coming in. The can't we all just get along? Oh, crispy treat. Why would I expect not? Why would I expect not? But see, if I explain this out, then people think I'm just a crazy, obsessed, sane woman. Oh my God, look at her. Where was the one place that she knew that she could go that would hurt me the worst? Yep, to Savage. What'd she do? Now when she does it on YouTube, I can make it a clip and I can prove her wrong. But I can't prove her wrong when she's going behind the scenes and doing it. Absolutely, curiosity, absolutely. But we're just bitter. I can't counteract it when it's behind the scenes because I don't call people behind the scenes, But I'm making this. It's going to be probably like a 6-part series, and it's either going to it's going to be my explanation. Gamer girl, I don't want to call anybody out and put anybody on the spot. I'm not mad at you. But I would love to know why Nicolina's not a cancer to you anymore. You're another one that sat over there in chats, and we talked about how bad Nicolina was. And now, hey, Nick, hi, hey, how you doing? Y'all are free to go where you want to go. Not controlling you. Just don't know what changed. I don't know what changed. I had the chance tonight. Somebody asked me, Connie, when are you going to give up on this Nicolina and go back to the tragedy pimps? And I said, in my opinion, Nicolina is every bit as bad, if not worse, than the tragedy pimps. The tragedy pimps are hurting missing people's family, which is horrible. But you know what? How many other channels and creators are on the tragedy pimps? Tons, bunches. Nicolina to me is worse than them. And how many people are covering her? None. Me. So as for me, there's 2 toxic things about all this area. The tragedy pimps being one of them, absolutely. And Nicolina. I'm not even going to say the mean girls anymore because it's Nicolina. So as for me and mine, I'm still going to cover Nicolina. Now, for all you people saying this is nothing about clicks and views and sub grab, wouldn't it make more sense? Don't you think I get way more views, way more subs if I was covering, the tragedy pimps besides Nicolina? Absolutely, I would. It's not about that. Gamer Girl said, because I apologize for just leaving and bashing her. That's why, and I just wanted to get along with people. There you go. Thank you. I'm glad you said that, because you're absolutely right and honest. Everybody just wants to get along, because you know why? They've seen what Nicolina can do. Look what she did to me, or what she, attempted to do to me. Would you wish that on you? Would you wish that on anybody? Why would anybody stand up for anything if they knew that was the hell they were going to give? So yeah, let's just get along. It's easier. It's absolutely easier. It's easier when it's not you she's fucking with, right? But Gamer Girl, I totally get that. Because like I said, after someone asked me when I was just, stop going after the tragedy pimps, I said, I'm going to stay on Nicolina. And there just happened to be somebody on that panel that I personally know Nicolina absolutely hurt bad, very bad. A person I talked to in text. So I said to this person, hey, since you're right here, can you just tell us all what Nicolina did to you? The person was just like Gamer Girl, and I can't even blame her. I'm not mad at her or anything. But she's like, I just want to get along. I just want to put it all behind me. I just want to get along. So then I looked like the mean devil demon up there. First of all, I was asked. I didn't bring it up. I was asked. Since I was asked, I said. But I expected that person to say, yeah, this woman fucking terrorized me, and say what she did. But this person just wanted to fucking forget it all, just get along. So I can't blame her. She's not wrong for not saying anything. It's very much easier just to forget it and get along. I can't do that. I can't do that. She went, and she knew that all those videos I was playing, remember when I started playing them on loop? That's when shit got ugly, right? How's the worst way to hurt me? She went over to Savage and them. I wondered why all this shit had been brought up. Why is all this shit being brought up again? And I seen the comment, Savage said, well, I was talking to Nicolina. Oh, okay. Thank you, Aussie. And now I understand. But I would play a part of this video here that it explains it a lot. Because I never understood why Shannon and I were both in Jimbo's chat, and why was I the only one that's being called out about it? Well, why didn't Shannon get called out about it? Well, I know why now. Because I was at Jimbo's chat, and I'm in Savage's chat. And because I'm in both, I know what goes on in both. And when I would see Savage say something that wasn't true about Jimbo, I'd say, wait a minute, that's not true. Wait a minute, that's not true. It's not that I would I'm not going to try to convince Savage to like Jimbo. I'm just going to point out that, hey, that's not true. That's not true. It's not that I'm white knighting for Jimbo. I'm white knighting for the truth. Hey, that's not true. And I'll put out a clip and show you, hey, that's not true. See, this is what was said. This is what was said. This is how it was done. That was the difference. Shannon wouldn't stand up and say, hey, that's not true. She's not going to stand up against her shipmate. It's the YouTube politics. She's going to sit there and not say a word about it. I'm not going to do that. YouTube politics is to just shut up and go along with it. Just shut up and go along with it. So people do that. And hey, I can totally understand. I'm not going to put anybody down for it. You do your YouTube your way, I'll do mine. But as for me, I can't do that. I just can't. So I said something about it. The more I said something about it, the more estranged I became from Savage and Shannon. The more estranged I became, the more Nicolina came in. Now, when I show you, I'm putting this all together so nobody can say I'm full of shit. I'm going to show you exactly how it happened. First of all, it came in just the, hey, are we welcome here? You know, and then it was, yeah, everybody's welcome here. Oh, okay. And then more, hey, oh, Shannon, you're so funny. Oh, Savage, you're so funny. Oh, you're great. You're wonderful. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. A super chat here, super chat there. Okay. I get it. Everybody wants to get along. Absolutely. Ruby said, gamer girl, to be honest, 777 only went for me for standing up for Ash, and Ash lied to me, not 777. I'm going to get off topic here, but that right there, this is what I think's going on behind the scenes and not so much in front of the scenes. In front of the scenes, I can call bullshit on it or point it out. Behind the scenes, I can't. So when this person on panel said, when I said, hey, can you tell your story about how she hurt you? This person said, well, I found out that she only did it because of this. And I'm like, I get that, you know, I can understand that, but can you just tell us but how you felt at the time while she was going after you? Yeah, but she only did it because of this reason. She only did it because of this reason. Does that lessen the effect of her doing it? I mean, who cares why she did it? I'm sure she thinks she had a perfectly good reason for fucking terrorizing you and devastating you and making you worry and stress. I'm sure she can rationalize it all the way to hell. Does it? She was going real life on this person, calling CPS, threatening to call CPS. She said she didn't do it, but at the time, she told everybody she did it. This person was stressed and upset about it. She was a good person. But Nicolina had a reason for it. And in this clip I'll play you, it's at the end of a video. Shannon says, I like Jimbo. You know, I but he looks good on paper. But when you really know the truth, and I'm like, what the fuck do you mean? What do you mean when you really know the truth? What do you mean when you really know the truth? So my critical thinking says somebody has talked to Shannon and told her the real truth. Now, you've already seen all the videos I made of them saying, I don't make my own clips. I'm a racist. We've seen how Nicolina said I was a rape sympathizer, that I supported rap, that I said rap was just a brat. Remember all that bullshit she said about me? That I made the video that proved she did it? When you go behind the scenes and say that shit, I can't do that. And does anybody really want to take the time to critically think and say, wait a minute, let me do my own homework on this? Fuck no. People are busy. They're just going to take what she says and go with it. And I don't blame them, you know. This shouldn't be a full-time job for anybody. So I'm sitting here thinking, what the hell's going on? All these people that sat in these in chats, more than one chat, in Discord, and shared their stories and talked about how disgusting Nicolina's behavior was, are all now, just get along. Let's just get along. Thank you, Crispy. And just like Heaven's Baby coming in here and saying, Connie, can I give you a hug? What can I do to make your heart not so filled with evil? Kelsey, Costa, not everyone's built for the fight. I understand, as long as they don't become brainwashed into bashing good people. Yeah, but it's already happened. coming in here and telling me that my heart is filled with hate and I just need a hug and that I need to take a break, or that I am manic, depressive, bipolar, pressured speech, meth, crack, whatever the hell their excuse is for it this time, that's talking shit on me. And I don't expect anybody to fight the fight. The current thing to do is to say, there's nobody out here supporting her. There's nobody out there fighting the good fight with her. Because, like when you see one mean girl, you see one or two or three, they all kind of like run in a pack. And where there's one, especially if one's under the gun, there's a whole bunch there to come fight everybody. I don't have that. I don't want that. I'm not going to say that I don't want that. I don't expect that of anybody. I wouldn't do what I do if I thought I had to lean on somebody for a crutch. The latest term now is sub-grab and sub-poach, all that shit. Did you ever see me, Shannon Savage put out a link, open panel? Did you ever see me go up there for any other reason that I had something to say and then I left? Same with Queen Bee. Did you ever see me just sit up there? I had something to say, then I left. Thank you, Heels in the Air, for becoming a member. I never just sat up on a panel to sat up on a panel. When I was fighting Dolly and Ernie at the same time on Ernie's panel, did I run to anybody and say, hey, come over here, come over here, come over here? If you weren't there, you didn't know about it, because I didn't need anybody to do it. I took on Dolly and Savage and Ernie by myself. I wasn't a member of Savage's channel for support. I wasn't a member for protection. I wasn't a member to sub-grab. I wasn't a member to sit up on our panel. Same goes with Queen Bee. No, I was a member of those two groups, those two channels for 6 months. Paid memberships, the only two that I ever paid for, because their values aligned with mine. And then I see maybe our values don't align. Because for the same reason that some of the people that are in my chat right now that have just got to play to get along, it seems that Savage and Shannon have done that too. One of the quotes is, we can lay down our swords for a common good. Yeah, I could see that. I could see that for most people, sure. Would you lay your sword down for Dolly for a common good? Would you even, would you lay down your sword for Molly Golightly for a common good? Y'all, and it's not that I can't even say that you don't know how toxic Nicolina is, because you all know. So if any of those people would like to, any of the people that flip-flopped, and I'm not going to say flip-flopped, but if anybody would like to come up here and join me on panel to explain to me why all of a sudden we should accept Nicolina. Clara was talking about something, I don't know what it was, but it was medical. And Nicolina came in the chat and was like, if you want me to, I can come on panel and tell you about that. And the Clara said, no thanks. Done. That simple, that easy. Booted her ass out. Absolutely. I'm not telling anybody where to go, how to run their chat, who to be friends with, who to forgive or not. I'm not doing that. I'm just saying, have you all forgot how disgusting the shit she does? She called in a fake meth lab to a person that she said she loved dearly that was homeless. But I'm sure she had a good reason, right? Her newest thing is, I don't ever go after anybody that they don't, start something with me first. So she's got to make up this bullshit of how, whatever, somebody came for her first. I don't give a shit why anybody. That could be as much as just disagreeing with her. Stacey, yeah, they probably are. It's just driving me crazy. People are saying she seems so stressed. Yeah, she is stressed because I cannot believe that the people that sat in my chat, that sat in Discord, that sat in other chats, that have all shared how disgusting her behavior is. Right, Peggy? And I'm not like that. I don't need anybody around me. Them putting out there that I'm a pedophile sympathizer is bullshit. Shannon sat in his chat the same as I did. Nothing was ever said about Shannon. This really upsets me because I have noticed a change of how people feel about me. That's why I took people's wrenches, because I didn't know if you wanted to be associated with me, because she's a pedo sympathizer. Forget that the man did it 30 years ago. He was a stupid teenager. He doesn't agree with it, but it's none of my business. But like Scientific Skeptic said, is anybody here concerned that Jimbo is going to be a pedophile on YouTube? Are we concerned about Jimbo's behavior on here? Or is this just a fight for something to fight about? And that's what it is. Nicolina wants Jimbo gone. That's her war campaign. Get Jimbo gone. She has tried so many things, and he's still here. It's just one thing after another, 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 and he's still here. Y'all want to know why I white knight for Jimbo so bad? Because they never let up on the lies about him. If they were coming after you or your group too, and I was, sitting in your chat and I was like, hey, that's a lie. Hey, that's a lie. I would be doing the same thing for you. Savage even said, yeah, we liked her when she was fighting us against Dolly. Right. Y'all love me when I'm fighting for something that you agree with. But the minute I fight with something you don't, I'm crazy, I'm stressed, I'm pressured, I'm bitter, I'm angry, I'm unhinged, I need a break. You like me being a bulldog when I'm fighting for your cause. But the minute I don't, I'm all kinds of, bad shit. I just don't understand it. But so now I was in Savage chat one day, and she said something, and I said, can I come up on my, this was the day Mary was on my panel. Emotional as hell day. And there were so many people up there talking shit on Mary. I said, can I come up and explain? Do you know how hard it was for me to go up on that panel alone against, let me see who was there, Shannon, Savage, Val, probably Steve, Lisa from Crimes and Fashion, Boston Nick, Tim, and Voices was all up there. Real strong people. I knew what they were saying was wrong. So I go up there and I'm trying to say my piece. And without any evidence, zero evidence, but Nicolina and Benny saying that Mary was not Anastasia's mother. Zero receipts, zero proof. I went up there and all I did was ask the people, hey, could we not drag the woman the day she finds out her daughter and grandbaby are deceased? In my world, I would think that is just in the rules of humanity, kindness, and just decency. Decency. People that I love would say, yeah, no, that's not what happened. Because of Nicolina and Benny, with zero receipts, we had to drag this woman. And in turn, drag me. Why was she on your panel? Why was she on your panel? Why did she do this? Why didn't you do this? Why did she do this? Why did you do this? You know what? I will never tell anybody how to grieve or what they should do. Well, you should have told her it was for her best interest to not come on your panel. I'm telling you, if it was me and I wanted to say something to a lot of people that were talking shit on me, sure, she had her own panel, but would all the people she would have talked shit over there? No, they wouldn't have known it. So she would have come on my panel. Absolutely, I'm going to give her a place to say it. But when I was on that panel, those people, some of those people, I'm not going to say all of them, some of those people made me feel so much like shit. Connie, you're being scammed. She's a scammer. She's a scammer. To date, I have sent zero receipts about that. Zero. Only Nicolina and Benny's word. Now, I'm not expecting anybody to bow down at my feet. But I would think, all the time that I was fighting for you against Dolly, that you showed that I brought receipts, that I didn't talk out my ass, that you could trust anything I said. I proved that. So when I come on panel and I'm saying this, do you know how much it hurt for people to take Benny and Nicolina's word over mine? So fast forward that. I could go collect the receipts for Mary, but I have more couth than that, and I'm going to let the woman grieve. But I'm just asking, when you look in your heart, I've heard about these YouTube rules for rules for the drama community, and I've asked twice, where do we get those rules? Where's these rules? In my mind, I thought the basic rules were just decency, just fucking decency. Don't go real life. Don't lie. Don't gaslight. Don't fucking mess with children. Don't mess with, false strikes. That's just the rules to me. I think that would go across the board for every community. Just don't do stupid shit and don't be mean. Isn't that really hard? Why win a day? There's a lady finds the woman or a child that she considers her daughter. Why was I wrong? Why was I wrong? And Nicolina and Benny and that panel was right. So I'm sitting there and I'm trying, not to cry, because it's emotional anyway. And people are telling me that I'm being blinded. I'm being taken, I just don't know what's going on. And I'm thinking, you know what? I don't need the facts at this point. Right now, all I'm asking is just to be decent. Give the woman a day. Do we have to have an unwritten rule that says, thou shalt not fuck with a woman the day she drags a child out of the woods that she considers her daughter? Do we need that written rule? Do we need to have that written rule? And if you're somebody that doesn't know the whole story and you're sitting on that panel, how fucking dare you put me down and act like I'm the crazy one and that I have the issue? And it's not Benny and Nicolina, it's me. I know, Boston, you're one of the nicest guys out here. He said, no, hon, don't ever think that. I told you, I hate everyone's fighting. I don't like Nicolina, I don't like Jimbo, but I like you. I get that, Nick. I will never ask you to ever like anybody I like. And I know everybody hates the fighting. But you know why? Does anybody see what happens? Nobody stands up and says shit because it's hard. Hill said they bring it up every time you show up somewhere, and then when you are honest to how you feel, absolutely, Hills, and that's going to make me cry because finally somebody sees it. I have tried to tell everybody. I even had proof. 30 minutes before somebody went live, I told them, this is what's going to happen. They're all going to come in here. 30 minutes before it happened. Sure enough, it happened. But I was the one that didn't want to get along. Can't we all just get along? Can't we all just get along? It's me that has the problem. She's just bitter, you know? No. Heels, you have no idea what it means to me that you see that, because trying to get that point across, I just look like a nut. I just look like a nut. The more I try to get, I just look like a nut. It's disgusting. Shannon's last live, Nicolina super chatted her probably 6 times. And she's like, okay, honey, thanks. Hi, thanks. Thanks. Skirns Kitty said, Shannon just does what Savage does. Savage will fall out with Nick and Shannon will follow. It's not even so much about that. It's the fact. Those were the people that I respected the most. I have never seen them people lie. A lot of their drama was before I came, so I don't know about it. All the Dolly and the Molly and the Dolly Vision drama, when they said it, I knew it was true because I was right there with them. It wasn't until the Jimbo stuff started that I'm like, wait a minute, that's not true. And the only reason I knew it wasn't true is because I was in his chat. Now, if I'm credible enough to fight the fight when you like me, when I say to you, hey, that's not true. Well, you can be a pedo sympathizer if you want to. No, that's not it. It's about that. That's not true. Here's the correct information. I made the video today of the wheelchair. They said he dry begged for the wheelchair. He did not. He straight ass came out and asked for it. Now, you might not like that. I get that. There's some people that don't like that. House of Williams comes out and says, I got to make this money every week. If it wasn't for Mallory going after children, I wouldn't give a shit if she said that. That doesn't matter. If you come right out and ask it, I got bigger fish to fry. Exactly, Heels. Autocorrect. I have bigger fish to fry. Please tell me why, if Jimbo straight up asks for money, his subs straight up give it to him, and he straight up gets what he's supposed to be, why is someone like the Ship paying attention to Jimbo? Scientific Skeptic put it to me the other night the best way. He said, you know what? It's not that they're fighting against the Jimbo's indiscretion 30 years ago. It's just a reason to fight. Nicolina hates him. Nicolina wants him gone. So she brings it up. Sure, 12 is 12 sounds horrific. You know, it is nothing I would do. It's nothing Jimbo would do. But it fucking happened 30 years ago. He was stupid. They were all stupid. It was a mistake. A mistake. Since then, he's been married to the same woman for 30 years. He's a basketball coach, a substitute school teacher. The excuse for that was many pedophiles are like that. And so I told Skep that. I said, well, this is what they say about that. And they're like, okay, well, then everybody's a pedophile. How could you go and say a man's a pedophile if there's nothing to hint that he's a pedophile? Oh, well, they keep it secret. That is so fucked up. Do you think his hometown, who knows all about his life, would hire him as a coach and a substitute teacher? And if this is going real life, people say, oh, he's not really a coach. Oh, he's not really a substitute teacher. I'm here to tell you he is. But just what is Jimbo Collins doing so bad on YouTube that warrants all y'all coming over here and and being so concerned about what he's doing? Is there not bigger fish to fry? Let's say Ernie Shell. Ernie Shell, who convinces people that he's out there rescuing children, that he's down at the border so much that he needs a bulletproof vest. Women are sending him money because they think he's so in danger. But we're worried about Jimbo Collins who don't do shit. And this ain't about fighting for Jimbo. This is fighting for what's right. But you all can overlook Ernie, all the fucked up shit he does, and go over there and kiss his ass and kiss Nicolina's ass. I'd still come for Jimbo. Why? Why are you coming for Jimbo? What is Jimbo threat? What's the threat? What is his threat to YouTube? What is Jimbo Collins going to do to you, your YouTube, or to anybody out here? Gamer said, I barely go into 7/7s, but I'll stay out. Gamer girl, I don't care where you go. I don't care where you go. Honestly, I don't care where you go. All I was wanting to know is what changed? How could we go from saying how fucked up she is, for me proving how fucked up she is, to people saying, yeah, Peggy, I heard that, to people saying, well, now, you know, we're forgiving her. Even if she had come out and said, oh, I've turned over a new leaf, do you believe her? Is there some things that are unforgivable? Heels in the Air, Mary is Mary's devoted warrior sister. Somebody want to put her link in here? She has had cancer, and she has a page here. Well, according to Voices, let me back up even more. Mary had a daughter go missing, Anastasia Gilly. She came on YouTube because YouTube was her support group for cancer, you know. That's where she came to get support. That's, you know, she had a YouTube channel. So when her daughter came up missing, she posted about her daughter missing. She had to go an hour and a half to go look to the town where her daughter lived, to go up there and help them look. The Stand thought it would be a good thing to do if they could raise money for Mary, not their Cash App, wasn't their Cash App. They put up Mary's Cash App because Mary had to have gas, Mary had to have food, Mary had to have a motel, and Mary had bills at home piling up while she was taking off work to go look for her daughter. That got turned into the Stand was scamming for money again. But I'm here to tell you, I was in the chat. I would think my credibility speaks enough for itself. But I'll go make a clip of it, just like I did the wheelchair, just to prove it. It wasn't anybody's Cash App but Mary's. And it was only because we thought it'd be a nice thing to do for a mother of a missing, you know, child. Well, in comes the day they find Mary's daughter, who's pregnant with the baby, dead in the woods. Nicolina and Benny think it's a good idea to contact the maternal grandmother, to go real life and contact the maternal grandmother, who has a record 79 charges long. I mean, huge. The maternal grandmother tells Benny and Nicolina she's not her mother. That's not her mother. Well, what it came to be about was Mary had had guardianship of Anastasia since she was 6 years old. The only mother since 6 years old that child knew was Mary. The day that she drags her daughter out of the woods, or they do, Nicolina and Benny think it's a good idea to make a video, a live stream of how Mary's a scammer. Mary's a scammer. That's not her mother. That's not her mother. Look, it's not her mother. Because Mary is on YouTube for her cancer support. Like, this is like her family. Like, for so many of us, this is her family. This is where she comes to get support. She was on YouTube. She's seen this shit. Not only that, but people were messaging her saying, hey, I want my Cash App refunded. You're a fraud. You're a fraud. You're a fraud. The day they dragged the daughter out of the woods. Mary asked to come on my panel to tell about how she was the guardian. I said, okay, you could come up. Next thing I know, on Savage's panel, they're talking shit about Mary. And all I asked was, can we not do this today? Can we let the woman grieve? Let's revisit this in 7 days. It's not like she's getting millions. I bet she didn't even get $500. Can we give the mother a week to grieve? Just a week. Can we just give her a fucking week? Nope, we couldn't do that. Benny and Nicolina know everything. Benny and Nicolina know everything. Savage was up there dragging her. Shannon was up there dragging her. Lisa Crimes and Fashion was up there dragging her. I don't know who else was dragging her. And I just was like, can we not do this? But when I went on panel, I was the bad guy. Connie, you're being scammed. Connie, you just don't know these people out here. We know more than you do. And I'm saying, you know what? Nick, that's who we were talking about that day on panel. And I'm saying, you know what? I'm not here to debate what the fuck she is. I'm just saying right now, I go to her Facebook and Anastasia has her mother listed as Mary. Anastasia lost a baby before. It says grandmother Mary. Again, Selah V had to dissect the obituary, just like they did with Jim's aunt. It said, uncles, and it listed the name, and then it had a semicolon, and it said grandmother, comma, Mary with her last name. I posted that as proof that this is who she considered her mother. Selah V said, you dummy, there's a comma right there. Yes, Selah V, but there was a semicolon first, so it means longer pause. Uncles, semicolon, long pause. Grandmother, pause, Mary. They had to dissect the obituary. Not only that, but they said Mary paid for the funeral, so Mary probably paid for the obituary. I said, okay, what sense does it make that she would pay for a funeral of somebody that's not her daughter? Why would Mary pay for the funeral of a baby that's not her daughter? Why didn't the rest of the family that's over there saying they're her family, why didn't they pay for the funeral? Because she scammed the money off of YouTube, Connie. Okay, why would she do that and not keep the money? Anything I put out as proof, see here's her Facebook. Anastasia herself listed her mother as Mary. To me, for one, I wouldn't even had to ask. But for two, right there, that's enough. Anastasia or Mary could have had access to her Facebook page. What the fuck ever. But all I asked was, could we not do this today? Can we not do this today? It's just a simple, common decency thing. Can we not do it today? Nope. Couldn't do it. So then when I get up there to talk about Anastasia and Mary, the 12 is 12 shit's thrown in my face. I don't mind telling the story. It's not my story to tell. I did not go up there to talk about the damn story. It was thrown in my face. So if I don't talk about it, I'm seen as a hypocrite. If I do talk about it, I'm seen as a white knight. I can't win. So what do? Most of the time I talk about it. Because there's so many people that when they go look at the whole big picture, they realize that why it was not what everybody would do. And it was, probably, it absolutely wasn't the right thing to do. But most people look at that and say, that was 30 years ago. It's none of my business. He's not harming anybody here. Who the fuck cares? Nope, it was thrown in my face. And so the more people see me as white knighting for a pedo, the more my reputation goes down. And I could honestly tell people were thinking that of me. But there's really nothing I can do about it because YouTube politics would tell me to shut the fuck up. Just shut up. If you want to keep your channel, if you want to do this, just shut up. I don't give a shit about a channel. I don't give a shit about sub count or none of that. I didn't come here for that. And the only reason I have a channel is because Bullhorn Betty, it was just so wild that I started the channel. And just as I was thorough with Bullhorn Betty, I'm the same way now. There's so many people on the Tragedy Pimps I don't need to be what can I offer? What possibly can I offer to post one more Bullhorn Betty, one more Dolly? What can I offer? It's just redundant. There's so many people doing the same damn thing over and over. The bullshit with uni, I don't know that enough. I wasn't paying attention to even speak on it. I've already been called the tampon inserting myself. I'm not going to insert myself into the uni shit because I don't know shit about it. And there's tons of people already covering it. Scientific skeptic had a term also about when more people take on, like, if I'm out here fighting Nicolina, that's like harsh. But if more people take on the fight, it lessens the harsh. Like, if the more people that fight for the common good, the easier it is. And in a way, yes and no. I have asked people, hey, can you help me? But most of the time, people don't know all the fucked up shit she's done. Or they see the fucked up shit she's done, and they're like, nah, I don't want no part of her. It's just easier to get along or hate bond with her. Well, she's not that bad, or she ain't this or whatever. So, okay, I ain't gonna fault you for it, sister. You do your channel. I'll do it by myself if I have to. And I do, and I did, and I am. They want to put me down because she has 132 videos of Nicolina. That should tell you something right there. I have 2 playlists. I have Nicolina's bullshit of my videos and my clips, and then I have other creators' Nicolina's bullshit, where other creators at other clip channels have made clips of Nicolina, to where you can see it's not just me. And if you want to, you can go. I've made it easy for you. I've put them all in a playlist. All you got to do is go click on it. And if after her seeing her make fun of people's religion, calling CPS, making SWAT calls, threatening to call SWAT calls, making fake phone calls, making fake meth labs, lying about people. I think my Live with Mary is still up. I'll have to look, but I mean, I can't even list it. I mean, if right now, just put in the chat. Y'all just put in the chat some fucked up shit you know Nicolina's done. But the current campaign is to run around with the softer side of Nick. I come in peace. Can't we all just get along? Why can't we all just go into everybody's chats? Who are you to tell anybody where to go, who to go? Does anybody know when Anastasia Mo, do you know? Stacy, you're in chat. What day did they find Anastasia dead? They want to drag Mary because Mary said something about she was found in the Florida heat. She was found in another state. See, she don't know nothing about her own daughter. She's found in another state. Oh, maybe it could be the fact that she's stressed. The other thing they said is she didn't cry. Why isn't she crying? Why is she? That's not normal for a mother to act like that. And in the same spirit that I stood up for Dawn and Candace, for people telling them, don't tell them how to grieve. It's not my place to tell them how to grieve. How dare anybody on here tell anybody how to grieve? Instead of people turning around and telling everybody the human thing, like, I don't need a rule. I don't need a rule to tell me thou shalt not tell another person how to grieve. I don't need that rule. It's written in the common fucking decency of, hey, you just probably shouldn't tell somebody how to grieve. Is it how I would grieve or how you would grieve? No. But I'm not going to tell you how to grieve. And I'm sure the hell not going to judge a mother on if she had tears or not. But another thing to think about was, at the same time they, found this about her daughter, she's fighting cancer. Now, I don't know if this is true because I don't know. I can't speak for her. I can only speak for my mom. My mom thought about death all the time to the point of her, it made her just go crazy. Can you imagine having, just thinking about it? I don't even want to think about having cancer. I sure don't want to think about fucking with anybody that has cancer. I sure the hell don't want to fuck with somebody that has cancer that found a child they consider a daughter dead in the woods. I'm not going to fucking do it. Biddy and Nicolina did. Guess who got the support? Biddy and Nicolina, not me. I was the cuckoo for Crazy Pups one. Biddy and Nicolina had zero receipts. To this day, have zero receipts. But I was the wrong one for saying, let's not fuck with this woman. But because I know when my mom was on cancer, she was on mood regulating drugs. I'm trying to think of the name of the one. Wellbutrin, I think it was, maybe. I don't know. But you could have cut her arm off in front of her, and she would have said, that's nice. And I hated the fact that she was so monotone like that about everything. But I can't imagine having stage 4 cancer and thinking about death. I mean, it would consume your every thought. I think it would. Just, assuming. I think it would eat me alive, worried about my kids, worried about what's going to happen. How's death going to be? How's heaven? Where am I going to go? Am I going to go to heaven or hell? Who's going to take care of my daughter? Are they going to be okay? Where's my dogs going to go? Your mind would just constantly be racing. Now, I don't need a YouTube rule to tell me not to fuck with someone like that. I sure will, Ashley. I don't need a YouTube rule. It's just the common decency rule that, hey, is it really important? Is it really important to mess with this woman on this day? Is it so important to mess with this woman on this day? But nope. I was the naive one. I'm getting scammed. And then, it turned into the whole 12 is 12 bullshit. Stacey said, Nicolina, you're obsessed with Jimbo and anything he does. That's funny because on that panel night, they said, when are you going to go back to the Tragic Pimps and quit obsessing about Nicolina? They didn't say obsessed with Nicolina, but it was implied. And I'm thinking, do you know why we're going through all this? We're going through all this because Nicolina and Jimbo were on the same team. They came here to fight against Ernie Shell. Let me correct that information. Somebody said today, Jimbo made money off the back of a missing children. Jimbo was never in true crime. Jimbo was not involved in Summer Wells. That is bullshit. Not once did Jimbo have anything to do with Summer Wells. He came here to combat Ernie's bullshit. Guess who came with him? Nicolina. That's how Nicolina came to YouTube, to fight Ernie Shell's bullshit. Now she's over there kissing Ernie Shell's ass. Has Ernie changed? Did I miss some great reveal where Ernie Shell changed? I don't think so. Do you really think that Nicolina likes Ernie now? His fools do. But we know it's not. It's what Nicolina does. She goes over there and loves bomb you, gets you to where she either terrorizes you into liking her. You're like, oh shit, fuck it. I'll just go be her friend because I don't want her fucking with me. It's easier to just say, hey, Nick, let's be friends, Kay. Who cares if she called your daughter a serial killer? Who cares if she said you murdered puppies? Who cares, if she said all this? Let's just be friends. Who cares if she called CPS on your adult children? Who cares if she threatened to get your newborn a baby that you took in off the street because the mother couldn't care for it? Who cares if Nicolina called CPS and said you didn't need to have that baby because you was on YouTube? Let's just ignore Nicolina. Just get over it. I just don't get it. So I'm working on this big thing. Yes, you may. Yes, Stacey, you absolutely can. Absolutely. Anybody that's just doing this shit tonight, I'm done. I'm just done with it. So in the middle of this shit that I'm intertwined with, the day that I have a breakdown on YouTube about the same shit, the next day Jones does the same thing about the same thing. The fucking the hypocrisy. It's crazy. But instead of people standing with us and saying, you know what, we see it. YouTube politics says, well, we're really not going to point it out because we really don't want to fuck with Savage. We really don't want to war with him or whatever it is, I don't know. But hey, it just seems like it's just me and Chosen out here. And we're not affiliated, not affiliated at all. Don't put me with her. Don't do that to her because she's not affiliated with me. We just happen to see two things at the same time and have the same reaction. And she's saying, how can we overlook this hypocrisy? Now I know there's little hypocrisy you overlook, and there's everybody all the time. YouTube politics. I'm going to do a big thing over that. I want people to talk about it. I just can't. I could have sat in Savage's chat and not said a damn word about all the shit she was saying wrong about Jimbo. And again, it wasn't that I like Jimbo. I'm not in love with Jimbo. I don't want to swing from his balls. I see her saying something wrong, and because I always valued her as somebody that was credible and who I thought Boyd and the ship and everybody stood for what was right. Don't lie. I thought all their mottos were the same as mine until I seen it not. And then I just was like, hey, I was trying to nicely say, hey, that's not true. Couldn't do it. And Boston, I get over it. I have a moment and I get over it. I get over it all the time. It's just, I get over it. Don't worry about me crying. It happens. I wish more people would just worry about the hypocrisy. And I'm going to do this big old thing. I'm putting it together. It's taking me days. And it is going to explain how I became a white knight for Jimbo. And it has nothing to do with Jimbo. Thank you for the super chat. Skirns left Kenny Constance, thank you for what you do. And you say, well, thank you. I do it because if I'm going to spend my time on here, that's why I started being a clip channel to start with. If I'm going to spend my time on here, I might as well spend it doing something good, right? Instead of just being here or just even your voice can't take anymore. Okay, I don't know what that means, but Peggy said, I don't believe what Savage says anymore. Peggy, I don't either. Do y'all know how much courage it took for me to stand up against as a group as powerful as the ship? Not only that, the people that I respected the absolute most on this whole thing. People, I can't believe she did that for Jimbo. I didn't fucking do it for Jimbo. I did it because I seen it was misinformation. Hill said, I do see it. I know you feel like you can't go anywhere. We used to go and have a common goal or even have a little fun. Right. And because I'll stand my ground and say, I ain't going in a chat where the people are. Izzy Pop said the same thing. Izzy has been hurt by these people. Not necessarily Nicolina. Well, I don't know. I can't say that, but she's expected just to get along. And, it's like, no, people aren't going to do it. Hey, Prissy. And now Dolly wants to stick his finger in it and say shit like, Constance is the leader of the hive. No, and all that does is going to make people mess with Queen Bee. What? That's not true. It's never been true. I mean, I don't do true crime, so when Queen Bee does true crime, I'm not in chat. When she's talking about Dolly and all them, I'm in chat because I talk about it. But I don't the true crime cases. I don't know. Thank you. So I'm not there all the time. But I dearly love her. Same as with Shannon. I could have went a lifetime without even becoming attached to anybody on YouTube. But it happened. And then to see the people that, and I don't know if you watched, any of the videos, but the way they talk about me now, I just don't understand. Well, let me get to this part so I can get this over with. And I hate it. I just absolutely do hate it. Okay, just a second. This is covered under fair use, criticism, commenting, and all that good stuff. This is Shannon's video from May 26th. If one of my mods could go drop her link, give her a review for me, please. Sub up to her if you want to, because Shannon is absolutely hilarious. She's absolutely hilarious. Let's listen.
Oh my gosh, shut up.
Let me know if you can hear this.
It'll be long. I was just, okay. Let's talk about the real house husbands of Kentucky today. Can we? Hey, Carla. Hey, Fairy Dust. Vinny, I love you.
Can you hear it?
Ada, and I hope I'm saying that right. I'm probably not. I'm butchering it, I'm sure. Hey, Terry K. Say la vie. Say la vie. Say la vie. All right, so y'all can tell. Hey, Delaney, how you doing, babe? Yeah.
I'm gonna stop it right there. And if you see in the chat, in comes well, you heard her say la vie. I guess that's it at this point.
Y'all can tell I haven't been over. Hey, Susan, I ain't been over like with well, I do go to Ernie's things because I have a job to do. I have to cover it. But I don't go over like Mama T's, who's right now live. So today, Ernie went on another call spree. Hey, Irish Dragon Lady, I love you. Here he is. Here go. I'm Ernie. I'm Ernie. Hey, Mama. Yeah, he's got drugs. Yeah, he's going to the doctor right now. Yeah, my name, Michael Hunt. Yeah. Can y'all hear anybody talk? Hey, Lavender, can you hear anybody talk? Because there's no one talking. Because the phone's... So Ernie did that. I missed a lot of it because, I got a fucking life. It's Friday. It's, holiday week. I got life. So...
And I'm not here about, the Ernie stuff. I could give two shits about Ernie stuff.
He blocked me the other day for pointing out that there was nobody on the fucking phone. A little troll and he's a little scam artist is what he is. But see, the people think that the trolling's funny. Hey, Trader, the people who think him trolling is funny.
Okay, so you heard it there. Hey, Traders. Traders comes in chat.
Or also the tip shits that are giving him money. All right, so then Tina the Tooth came in to the show, early little show. We was talking to fucking nobody on the thing. Here, let's just do this. I'll show you what he did.
Now let me point out to Ernie's people that, hey, all the mean girls over here in the chat, and they're talking shit on your boy, Ernie. Don't you concerned about that? Say la vie's here, Sweet Katie. But not only are the mean girls, but there's also people that I respect the shit out of in this chat.
Irish Reaper Man, where have you been? She let, hey, Mood. She let you out of the basement. So anyway, I'm not a lot like I don't really believe in hate bonding, and I know a lot of people right now are saying, "Oh no, y'all are hate bonding with the mean girls." No, we don't know what's going on. We never watched the Nicolina really any of them. Hey, baby, hey, Mel Diane. It just wasn't our fight, so we didn't watch. And
they didn't watch. She admits that she didn't watch.
I know a lot of the stuff that Jim Bob has actually done. Didn't know. Now I know. So anyway,
did you hear that? I didn't actually know all the stuff that Jimbo had done, but now I know. Shannon, you were in Jimbo's chat right along with me. You said you liked the guy. What changed? What do you know now, Shannon? What do you know? Could it be Nicolina go behind the scenes and say a bunch of shit without zero receipts? Maybe that's it. I don't know. That just really took me back. I'm like, what do you mean? Okay, whatever.
Anyway, Ernie's gonna try to get him arrested. Then I found out, hey, lady butterfly, hey, Robert, how are you? Then I found out that Jimbo has been hiring a lawyer for how many years now? To say.
I personally have never seen Jimbo say he was hiring a lawyer. Maybe before I came, he might have said that. I don't know. However, recently, I have suggested that Jimbo does hire a lawyer for a defamation suit. Absolutely. Now, Jimbo has never said in my presence or any time I've been in chat that he's taken up money for a lawyer to date. But it might have been before I came. I don't know.
Zapia to sue Ernie and somebody else. He was on Facebook trying to raise money for it. He's trying to do it again. Jimbo.
Now, does anybody know if that's true? If it's true, just say it because there's no fault in it. But if it's not true, I don't think about it. Christy White said, I know now that Jimbo lied about the rape thing. Christy, how do you know? Now, I'm not saying he didn't. I'm saying there was 3 lives going that day. I think 2 have since been deleted. I was going to go back and check for myself because the one live I watched, I didn't hear it. You're right. I didn't hear it. But there was 2 other lives going that I didn't get an opportunity to check because they were deleted. So as to say he's lying, I don't know. I personally didn't hear it. I did not hear him say, I didn't hear Roger say that. But I'm not going to say he's a liar because there was 2 lives that I couldn't check. I don't know. But here we go.
Jimbo. First, yesterday you run out of a gymnasium full of little children who just wanted to play basketball. But no, you took your whistle and ran down the fucking street to turn yourself in.
Okay. So we can't have it both ways. Either Jimbo's a coach or he's not a coach. Shannon's saying that he was coaching basketball and he left the gymnasium. He sure did. You know why? Because once again, Ernie Shell was on YouTube saying some fucked up shit about Jimbo selling drugs. I mean, this goes deep. This is how deep this goes. Let's just make this whole damn night-long thing. Ernie gets mad at Jimbo. You know what he does? He draws a map. He shows Google Maps, shows Jimbo's house. Because he knows him very well, he shows where the cameras are. Then he says, Jimbo sells narcotic pills for a lot of money and has a lot of narcotics. Now, what could be the harm in that, right? Showing on Google Map his address, showing any fool out there where Jimbo's cameras are, and saying he has narcotics. Does that sound like a troll to you, or does that sound like some real world damage that could get some people fucked up? Nope. Everybody's like overlooking that. So again, when Ernie comes on here, saying he's on the phone to the police, saying that Jimbo's selling drugs, Jimbo just happens to be there in town to where he can stop what he's doing. I don't know if he was in the middle of a game or not. It might have been after he was coaching. But Jimbo goes down to the police station. He does this on video where y'all can go watch. He talks to the detective. And Ernie now is in trouble for calling a fake call to Mike Hunt. But because Ernie's hooked up with the mean girls, guess how they spin it? Ernie's "it's a thing" has now turned into "it's a troll." Nicolina spins that shit for them. It was just a troll. It was just a troll. Guess who believes that Nicolina, that it was just a troll? Shannon. It wasn't just a troll. Ernie did it. And Jimbo had every right to go down there and file a report. Now here I am, white knighting for Jimbo, right again? No, I'm white knighting for the damn truth. Well, let's listen.
Up into the public. A ridiculous situation. They spicy. A ridiculous situation all the way around. Ernie doing it. You want to dance?
Spicy would be Spicy Disaster, another mean girl.
Damn street. Him
I
coming back.
think.
Y'all look like a bunch of morons right now. That's what it is. So Tina the Tooth came in. And here's Ernie. All of a sudden, hey, Julie, Ernie needs the 49-minute phone call or conversation about the hired hitter, the hired gun, hired killer. Oh, you better, hey, Redstone. Oh, you better send it there, Tina the Tooth. Because I'm going to tell you what. Mama T over there, her fucking old ass titties are lactating so much she can't wait for it.
That's true.
Lactating titties. Watch her. So I was just over there, and I'm like, yo. Because she's talking about how innocent Ernie is. And she said, what did they all try to do? They wanted to get Ernie away from not Mama T, from the Tooth Girl, hey, Clancy baby, from the Tooth Girl and somebody, Xavier, I don't know. And I said, Ernie got himself away from him. Ask Tina the Tooth how much she fucking lost on Ernie. Hey, Greeny T, ain't no fear. Hey.
Tina didn't give a shit. They're still friends.
Oh, great. So then she makes this comment. Would Ernie even be in trouble if it wasn't for the van? Well, no, he wouldn't be in trouble. He stole the goddamn van. So I guess if you're asking if there was never a van, would he be in trouble? No, but he stole the van. He stole it. And she said, well, ain't it funny how it's in the same county as Shelby? Shelby in fucking jail. He ain't got nothing to do with it. I'm in fucking jail. What have I tripped up on in here? What have I stumbled upon? Oh, and then, Mama T, you need a fucking job and something to do. Two things, a job, and then you need something to do when you're not at your job. She went through Jimbo's Facebook. And
hear that? Hi, Nick. Hi, Nick. Hi, Nick. Nicolina puts up black heart in the chat.
Wants to know why somebody is missing. What are you, fucking Agatha Christie? Are you Miss fucking Marple over there? Cagney and Lacey? That fuck, you need to know why somebody.
Chaotic.
I'm gonna take a. Oh, what the hell is that? I just vacuumed. Sorry, I'm vacuuming my office. AB. So I am really learning a lot. I'm learning so much. Oh yeah, something about what's his face? What's his face?
So in chat we have, in Shannon's chat, we have C'est La Vie, Spicy Disaster, Sweet Katie, Traders. Let me see here. Maybe that's it for now.
Kemper. If Kemper was a hired killer, why is he working at goddamn Applebee's?
True.
If Jimbo was a hired killer, how is he going to go stealthily into anywhere to be a killer? He weighed 400 fucking pounds and couldn't move.
True. Well, not
and
sure.
Not many hired killers work over at TGI Fridays.
Right.
Or Applebee's or wherever the fuck he works. Unless they come in there and he says, hold on, I'm telling you how. Oh, now, wait a minute, I might have something here. So I bet you this is exactly what happens. Jimbo is standing on the corner handing out gift cards. Thank you, Nicolina. Somebody is, Jimbo was on the corner handing out Applebee gift cards, right?
In comes a $1.99 super chat for Nicolina. Somebody's got to wash the dishes. She's talking about Kemper. Kemper, who works at Applebee's, who's a server. But Nick will put you down if you have a job. I mean, if you don't have a job. Kemper's been a server at Applebee's for a long time. It's a job. It pays well. But Nicolina's got to come over here and mess with him for no reason. Absolutely no reason. But hey, you free to do what you want to. Hate who you want to hate.
And then, so he gets the one he wants. Then he calls Kemper. I'll do a fake call like Ernie. Kemper.
For the record, I was never okay with him having BK's daughter on either. This is where this tit for tat bullshit gets too much. They got mad at Jimbo. Benny went real life. Benny dug into Jimbo's record. Benny's the one that found out about Jimbo's first marriage. So you can see where Jimbo might have been pissed. Neither one are right. Neither one of them do I condone. Absolutely not. But now we got Sweet Katie in chat, Not So Dumb Blonde. You know, all the mean girls are chiming in.
What's up? The Target? Oh, yeah. On their way. Yeah. No, yeah. No. This is code Applebee on a date night. So when you hear me singing that, that's the one.
Yeah. Shannon is hilarious.
Steak and an Oreo shake.
She is funny.
With the whipped cream. Yeah. Two draws. Bro, I got you. There we go. I've solved it. The FBI is coming to Nicolina's house. The FBI involved. The police involved. CIA. AOL. NAACP. It ain't going to be pretty. Ain't gonna be pretty. Hey, Missouri. I'm sorry. I know I'm missing people. Hello.
Hill said, "Yeah, I see. Getting pissed, but if you'd ignored Benny, it'd have been over." You're right. You're absolutely right. And that's just one of them things where I'm not going to tell somebody how to do their thing. I don't know. I mean, they're both absolutely wrong. Absolutely wrong. It was disgusting seeing that child up there.
Well, it was very great. I'm instructor. What are you doing? So I have been literally in a vat of stupid. The only thing that made me laugh today was Nicolina put the name on the oranges. But Nick, I know that he said you supposedly sold oranges, which I don't know what's wrong with that. Anyway.
Okay, well, that joke there is supposedly Nicolina sells cars, so they were saying lemons. But what made Shannon laugh was Nicolina selling lemons. Nicolina was selling lemons for the lemon douche for me. Wasn't that funny?
Anyway, go to limes because you can't fit as many names on it. And then if you're going to go to lime, go to a key lime, which is a whole lot. Yeah, WWE, TLC, NBC, PMS. It's hey, Peachy Punch. So yeah, next
there's
go
Peachy.
to the key limes. Trust.
Hey, Peach Punch. Now, in between time, there's a whole bunch of people coming in Shannon's chat. So far, she's only called out the mean girls, shouted out the mean girls.
I know how to rake people over the goals and get the knuckles. You're going back to jail for supporting that lemon bunny.
Which is why she's calling it the mean girls, but maybe not. I don't know.
FBI's already back to your house right now. Y'all better all get mugshot ready. Do y'all know what mugshot ready is? I'm gonna tell you. That's when you day and night keep the makeup going, keep the hair going, find some really cute tops that are gonna show well on a mugshot. You know, little sparkle. I don't know. That's it. But you better stay mugshot ready. You better sleep like this. I'm showing you. I had to do it for years. There's a bitch up on here got me going since 2000. Are you ready? This is how you gotta go sleep. That way, you don't mess. If they come in the middle of the night, sneaky fucks.
The key lime thing was, Nicolina says she's a head researcher for this big research company. Most people think, no, since she got fired from her job, she just sells used cars. So they were saying she sells lemons. So she went and said she sold lemons, but then put my name on them for a douche. And Shannon's saying, sell key limes, they're smaller or something. I don't know. But it was all a dig at me.
You know what I mean? That way, they don't get you off, you know? I just stopped being mugshot ready. Because I don't think these charges on me are coming since 2003 now. I ain't gonna knock it up. So yeah, it's hard. But y'all better stay mugshot. I don't know what kind of mugshots the FBI did. But I know one thing, Nicolina, you better get rid of them damn fucking lemons real quick. I get that margarita going.
She is funny.
Do some things that I'm at the dope.
You can't say that she's not.
Doing my time. Listen, this is not a joke. Because hey, there you go. Miss ATX been mugshot ready for a year. Hey, Billy girl, my love. You have to stay. Because if you get a shitty mugshot, it's going all over, right? It's going to be people's profile pics, and you don't need to be up like this. No,
this is what made me fall in love with Shannon.
Beat him at down. Selling tacos.
Here's a little fun fact. You know them real good belly laughs? I mean, like real good belly laughs. Like, you know, when you're like in the hospital and they have you do these breathing treatments, and when you deep breath and you make a big cough, you know, it's because of a deep belly laugh. Shannon's video of Molly Golightly and Bullhorn Betty, when Bullhorn Betty was knocking at the door, her parody, when she's like, oh, well, I can go fuck myself. She still cracks me up. And Molly's chasing her down the street. That was such a big, deep belly laugh that I about died coughing. And that is when I absolutely fell in love with these ladies. Sure was. It was hilarious. Shannon is hilarious.
So, I mean, I'm just a little like...
Ernie Shell. ES is Ernie Shell.
You know, flying. Because I love to watch. She was squirming. I love watching her squirm. But now that she's taken up from goddamn Ernie Shell, you sound and look stupid. Well, I don't know if you look stupid because you don't get him up. And there's my girl, Val. H-Man dying. That's ship rule number one. You better stay mugshot ready. Somebody come to get your ass. All the lemon buyers are. That's why you have to get that key limes. They're real small. But use a regular Sharpie on him. I'm not stupid. All right. So hold on. I'll get the blue one. You get that little key lime, which is about like this, and you just write on. You know how you do. Fuck that big lemon shit. No. And we can put money on y'all's books if you need it. Just let us know. A friend in need is a friend indeed. Also, just remember this: if you do get arrested, if God can lead you to it, He can lead you through it. If you get in that jail, you find God. I want Constance to come up. She won't. And this is ABJ. There's nothing wrong with that. I don't guess. Some people are just not. They're real self.
See, and that was one of the issues the independent thinker had. Camming up. Why? The only reason they want to cam up is so they can say you're old, you're fat, you're ugly, you got pimples, you got red hair, you got green hair, you got black hair, you got bags under your eyes. They could take away, they can't debate you on your facts. So they got to say you're all these things. That's the only reason they want you to cam up. There's a reason to cam up. And instead of people standing up for just saying what I would think that these unwritten YouTube rules are just the rules of decency. I just think the answer would be straight out to anybody. Nobody has to cam up. Why is it even a subject of debate? Why can't just human decency say they don't have to cam up? You're right, Heels, they do. Absolutely. And that happens because they can't take a loss on YouTube. If you prove them wrong, instead of just them taking the loss, they got to go one. Skeptics talked about it. He has the word for it. I don't know what it is, but it's one step further. Well, you did this instead of just going tit for tat, back and forth, shit talking, your mama jokes and keeping it on YouTube. They got to go one deeper, always one deeper. And that's where the doxing comes in. And you're right. But see, I don't need to have a YouTube rule to say not to do that. Human decency tells me that you don't have to do that. So why can't anybody just stand up and say, hey, we don't do that here, and be done with it? Nope.
Self-conscious, or they're going to be, they think they're going to be Ray Trust goals. It happens. I mean, goddamn, it happens. But you just got to be bigger than that. That's a bigger problem. I'm just trying to tell y'all, all right? I'm trying to impart some wisdom to you people. Stay mug shot ready at all times. I would get y'all need to raise more money because y'all need like 365.
Absolutely, shirts. Hills.
I've got them now. I got 365 shirts. I think I might have an extra one to leave here. So she's self-conscious.
Yeah.
It was a cancer. It was a cancer. I don't. Girl.
They said she's still Constance. Yeah.
Thank you, Nick. Please stay, but they after you, Nick. Nicolina, good Lord, they after. They'll drag you out the house. Is that a bumper sticker? What was where a bumper sticker? I need to make a bumper sticker. Shot ready, always. Would I could possibly do a little bit. I think, silly, that me, Monroe, and Sage.
You think it's just a coincidence that Nicolina has made her way into the chat of the people that I respected the most?
Who's in here are going to do something about the royal family. I think we're going to go back to Wallace Simpson and Edward and go through that whole thing, and then possibly, even though it's done to death, but I think going over Lady Diana and all that is another thing to do. Tornado. Oh yes. Now thank you for that. Thank you. If there is a storm coming your way with a possible tornado in it, even if it's a bad storm, put your bra on. And we say that because the news is going to head straight for you, and you can be out there hair mess and no bra. Please, women. We can't do this for you. Federal Bureau of Human Traffickers. Oh no, I have not seen Nicolina. I've not seen her. That is not the real. Hey, Mom Jinx, that is not the real Nicolina. It is not.
It was.
That is a troll.
It was Nicolina.
Well, under construction. I get it. Oh, Pia, you have to be in on that because let me tell you, my little Pia right there. I love my little Pia, and she. When I was doing Harry, when I was doing the book club of Harry's, book when it first came out. Oh, Pia does not like Harry, and she doesn't like Megan.
Mo, you can block anybody that's irritating you.
It was a mess. It was a mess. Every time I'd say something like halfway positive, she'd come back. When I was arrested, no underwear, no bra. Listen, Autumn Renee. Hey, Suzanne, I got arrested. True story. Let me see, 12 years ago, I think. I'd been in the yard all day. I had leaves in my hair, probably some sticks.
While Shannon's telling that story.
And all of a sudden, I'm in the back of a police car. I got that.
I'll tell you that Ernie Shell threatened Shannon. Nicolina's in a pickle. Who does she go with, Ernie or Shannon?
Listen. And it's the key lines too. It's the key lines, not just regular lines. I can't find it. Hey, Colleen. Colleen was in there when I was in there. I am going to, in a little while, post this woman who was arrested in my town. Y'all not gonna believe it. Hey, Jane. Hey, I tried that link you sent me, and it's only for Medicaid. Y'all, I'm trying to shuck and jive to get this Ozempic. I found out yesterday I'm so close to my deductible. Well, I say so close. It's still long. No, it's not. I'm getting ready to get into the $4,000. I have a $5,000.
Now, right there. I don't think that's a dry bag. No more than when Jimbo, people were talking about his day, and they're like, how'd your day go? And he said, Sarah's car blew up. Just that casual, and went on about the conversation. Shannon and Savage turned that into Jimbo was dry bagging. He wasn't. I know a dry bag. Right here, what Shannon's doing is not a dry bag. But if a hater came in here They could say, hey, Shannon's dry begging, right? Or Jimbo's wasn't a dry beg. I don't think this is a dry beg. But anybody can make it look like a dry beg if you don't know. I don't know what that noise is outside.
A 5,000. This is not. I'm not e-begging. I'm explaining because everybody knows they go. I got a $5,000 deductible with the next batch at the pharmacy. I'll be down to like 4,100 and something. My doctor did that, and then I was on the phone with my insurance company. My insurance company.
In comes Nicolina with the $9.99 super chat. Here's for your Ozempic deductible. So nice of Nicolina.
Back when she first prescribed, I love you, Nicolina. Thank you, baby. Oh, you have to do that. I know that's how you lend money.
Thank you, Nicolina. Thank you, baby.
Don't take your lending money. You're going to jail for that. My insurance company told my doctor they were covering it. Hey, Hondo told her they were covering it. So I got on the phone with one person, and then that person's supervisor, and then that person's supervisor. And they're like, well, we are. No, you fucking not. No, you're not. You ain't. Where? I would like to see where you did, because I remember paying a lot of money. So it was a whole shit fest. So I think Monday, no, not Monday. Tuesday, I'm going to call Ozempic back and, call them, period. I did use a coupon. If I can get like 2 more coupons, I'm good. I'm good. And then I ain't got to worry about it until next year. But
yep. And Nicolina for $19.99. I don't need the lemon money. Get that Ozempic, girl. Super chat.
No, it is what it is. Oh, no, Nicolina, you did not have to do that. Please don't. No, you. Hey, Diamond Cutter, you're going to need the lemon money to put on your books. Because the FBI's coming to get your ass. And supposedly, all right, somebody said Jimbo and filmers were out late last night on the town. That's what I heard somebody say. Well, I didn't hear, I read it. So I'm thinking to myself, were they on the fucking wheelchair wheeling around the neighborhood? I don't know. But, Jimbo, I'm watching you, man.
Is Jimbo such a big problem on YouTube to make people watch him like that? Don't we have bigger fish to fry?
No, I don't agree really with what Ernie's doing. This is I don't like Ernie. I don't like either one of them at this point now. I mean, I used to lean towards Jimbo just because I did not go to anybody else's. I think there's my lovely pirate. I didn't just go anywhere to know what I was even looking at. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if you look at him on paper, he's a nice guy.
Okay, that's about where I'm going to end it. If you look at him on paper, he's a nice guy. What does that mean, Shannon? What does that mean, Shannon? That tells me somebody is telling you stuff behind the scenes with 0 receipts. You know what he looks like on paper? On paper, he looks like he's been married to the same woman for 30 years. They have 4 beautiful children. I think they have 1 in college and 1 going to college right now. He has been a substitute teacher. He has coached basketball for many kids. He's never been in trouble with the law except for when he was younger. He's never got behind in his child support. He's never gave his rights away to his child. He's been there through all the cuts, the scrapes, the boo-boos, and everything. He's been there every day. That's what Jimbo looks like on paper to me. Anybody want to come up and tell me what Jimbo's really like? Now, this will look like that. Yes, she is independent thinker. This will look like I'm white knight for Jimbo, right? No. I'm white knighting for the truth. What do y'all know about Jimbo that's different on paper? Shannon, you act like you haven't heard the 12 is 12 bullshit. Prissy, I think she got blocked. I think Mo blocked her. But Shannon, you've heard the 12 is 12 bullshit and you sat right in his chat. So what have you heard now that makes him so bad? Nicolina's bullshit. Because it's Nicolina's goal to get rid of him. There has been hate campaign after hate campaign after hate campaign after hate campaign after hate campaign. Oh, Julie, that's what he does. That's what she does. Look up the video of Nicolina on Real Stream News panel. I have the clip. Mrs. Fucking Wonderful's there. Evil Abe's there. Maybe it's not that one. There's one where she tells Duke, "You've got big dick energy." Oh my God. Just too much. She tells Mrs. Fucking Wonderful, "You're beautiful. You got nice tits." Well, Mrs. Fucking Wonderful ain't having none of her love bombs and says, "What the fuck are you talking about? Shut the fuck up." She used to tell, you see this picture right here? She used to say, "My God, Connie, you're hot." And I straight ass told her, "Nah, no. I used an old ass picture here because Bullhorn Betty used an old ass picture in hers." So this is from 2017. Hill said it was, where'd the comment go? I think it was the MFW Abe stream. That was funny. Yeah, it was. I love, some people don't like Abe. I know he does some fucked up shit too. I love his voice. He could read the cereal box and I wouldn't, but she embarrassed the shit out of herself up there trying to fit in. So she's telling me how pretty I am here. I'm like, no, this is, so many years ago and 80 pounds ago. No, I don't look like that now. So then when I was talking to Ernie one day and I turned the camera around to see my tree, it got my face, which it wasn't a flattering angle, but yeah, I'm fat. I don't care that I'm fat. So then Nicolina had to drag me for this. "Oh, look at her now. Look at her now. I don't give a shit, Nicolina. I don't give a shit." But my whole thing about this is, what's changed? How did I get to be the bad guy? Please help me, Facebook. That's your right. You absolutely. I'm not trying to. I've never telling anybody, "Come like Jimbo. Come like Jimbo." I'm not here recruiting for Jimbo. Y'all can not like him if you don't want. I don't care. But when people lie about him, and I know they're lying about him, I show the truth, and that's all I was talking about. But so let's fast forward to the really big thing. Thank you, Crispy. Independent thinker who I hardly know, seen her in chats a couple times. Savage says this lady has said she's going to come attack her, or she's in her neighborhood or something. An independent thinker says, "No, I didn't see that. May I see a receipt?" Because that's just, we don't need a rule around here. That's just something you'd say, "Hey, can you prove that before you come attacking me?" And Savage says, I got one. It's coming. I don't have it right here. I'll get it." Which could be understandable. But a day goes by, another day goes by, another day goes by. There's no receipt. So people are like, "Where's the receipt?" And Savage says, "How dare you ask me for a receipt? I've provided plenty of receipts before. I don't need to show you damn people a receipt." Okay. Then all of a sudden, it was a troll. "Oh, well, we think it might be a troll." That was bullshit. But at least in the YouTube politics, that gave everybody an easy way out, except independent thinker. But because of YouTube politics, independent thinker would just have to eat that. This way, Savage could save face, not provide the receipt. Independent thinker would get, they would think that she was, satisfied by saying it was a troll. And Savage could apologize, "Sorry, it was a troll," and we'd all go about our business. Eric, you're right, and I love the Loma. Half the people in the chat said, "Savage will apologize." "Yeah, she'll apologize." Because I said, "Well, at least she owes an apology." They said, "Yeah, she'll apologize." One person, I don't know who it was, I wish I'd have got the name, but one person said, "I've known Savage for years and she's not going to apologize." And I thought, oh, no way. She'll apologize. I'll be damned. No apology. "How dare you ask me for a receipt? All the receipts I've provided over here. How dare you ask me for a receipt?" What the hell? Now I just, as I'm watching these videos, looking at how shit got so fucked up, I see a clip of Savage saying, "Over here, I guess somebody jumped the gun before, and I should have played it, but I'll play it on my big old long spiel. But she says, over here, we know to get the receipts before we react. We know that you don't just go off half-cocked without having the receipts. Wait a minute. You just went off half-cocked without the receipts. Crispy, I wanted to believe it too. It's just not feasible. It's just not feasible. And that's something else that just gutted me. No, I'm not saying that Valoma was lying. I don't know. But when I think about critical thinking and I think about everything, it's just not possible. It's just easier to get along. If you don't think, and I'd be lying to tell you, to see the people I respected the most dragging me and talking shit while having the people that I go after the most in the chat laughing it up. If you didn't think that hurt, it did. Big girl, I got over it. But people seen what they did to me. So it's a lot easier just to get along, right? It's just easier to get along. YouTube politics. You know who to talk about. You know who not to talk about. There's these rules that nobody knows about. But I'm just saying, should there just be decency rules, you know? And I just couldn't go to bed tonight without getting this all off my chest. And I thank goodness that Heels sees it. Because I sound like a crazy woman, just a Looney Tune nut, if you don't see the whole big picture, or if you don't, I don't know what it is. And I'm tired of looking like the bitter old woman who doesn't want to get along, who refuses to have fun, who has hate in her heart. Can't you just get along? I'm tired of being that person. I absolutely would love to go back to having fun and laughing again. But I'm not going to overlook shit, and I'm not going to brush shit under the rug, and I'm not falling for the Mean Girls love bomb shit. I'm just not doing it. So I don't know what the answer is. But I'm sure I'm going to get absolutely more hate before this is all over. One of the things they dig at me the most is, she's out there fighting for people and nobody will stand up for her and fight with her. I don't need anybody to do that. Sure don't. If I would have needed that, I would have never taken on all this. I would have done it, but it's just frustrating. And I don't know what the answer is. Just for you said, I see it too, cause as many do. You just have to let them do what they're going to do. The more you try, the more it pushes others. You're right. You're absolutely right. It does. Absolutely. You're right. This is the result of whoever doesn't follow their rules, right? And I don't know what the answer is. I just know that, in my opinion, if we cut the cancer out, not even all the mean girls, because I don't think any of them would act like the way they're acting if Nicolina wasn't directing them. So, but that's just me. This is not telling anybody what to do with their chat. Y'all can do what you want. Like who you want, go where you want to go, do what you want to do. Just maybe I missed the memo of, Nicolina changed. I don't know. Well, I'm going to go to bed. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I'm sorry I missed a bunch of comments. I always go back and read them, and I'll address them. And look forward to tomorrow. I'm going to try to do tomorrow the beginning of how the fuck did this all happen. Crispy said, I'm asking all of you to be a little more sensitive to Constance and stick up for her because she deserves it, and you would do it for you. That gets a target on your back, though, Crispy. I wouldn't, I'm not going to ask anybody to do that. That gets a target on your back. And, it's already not a fun place for me now, so I'm not going to ask anybody else to take on that and not be a fun place. Y'all do what you want to do and do what you want, just open your eyes. I'm just asking everybody to open your eyes and pay attention to things that are going around and somehow stand up. I don't know. I mean, not publicly because it's hard, but I don't know. Mo said, I've been a follower of the ship since I left Ollie and his mods, so I'm disappointed in them and the way they are going about everything. But I love you, Constance, and will always be here. Thank you, Mo. That means a lot. All I really wanted to do was to explain to them that, they had misinformation, but somebody got in between that and got that wedge in there. And I said, oh, look, they'll be in Anissa's chat next. Boom, that's where they were. And now I go to AB, so that's where they are. I'm usually Nellie Olson, I know. Somewhere everybody's looking at this like Nellie Olson. That's absolutely right. Chrissy said, I can do agree with people and still like them. Yeah, absolutely. Hating Tippers and Lucky BK, she had to start back hating Jimbo liking 7-7. She's like a 12-year-old. Yep. It's just crazy. And I don't know what the answer is. I really don't know what the answer is. The answer for me is, if I had a perfect world, no Nicolina in your chat. But everybody's free to do what they want to do. Okay, I'm going to end it now because if I keep talking, I'll just keep on talking, and I really got to go. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I'll see you tomorrow.